Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian from Sperstata 74, and I am in Mystic, Connecticut, celebrating my daughter's one of my daughter's birthdays this weekend, and we are at this nice higher-end Marriott, which was remodeled. And the first thing I noticed is that since the last time we had been here, that they had switched out their panels and their TVs, and the rooms have been updated. Kind of this very post-modernistic design. What's up, guys? But I wanted to talk about the panels that they have in here. Now, last time we were here, even though the hotel was still a higher end Marriott and it was nicer, they had the old school, wood kind of panel, entertainment center type thing. And then these LGs were the thicker, old school LCDs with the base. All right, so they upgraded them. Now these are probably 1080, well, they are 1080p, I checked them. These are 1080p panels. They're actually pretty thin. But what I find interesting is how many of them are in a hotel this size. And these are LGs. They actually have this, the hotel kind of one connect box here. So you can do your Chromecast, you can bring your own USB to watch what you want. But watching these, it's amazing that they do the trick considering what your viewing distance is. This is where the bed is. They're small, but this is probably 52 inches. But that they really do the trick. They do the job. They have a very clean look. And what's funny is this almost has a biased lighting look. I mean, this is pretty cool, but it's a pretty cool biased lighting. Anyway, they're 1080p. They're nothing really impressive, but it's just interesting to me when I think about 4K and the customer defects that we deal with and us trying to get the attention of LG, Samsung, Sony, Vizio, all these companies and say, hey, look, my panel doesn't work. You think about the amount of money they make for corporations, hotels around the world of just these types of monitors is staggering. I mean, staggering to think about. They're not too worried about Brian in his man cave complaining about spending a few $1,000s on an OLED or an LED. I mean, if they're doing, 500 panels in one hotel in Mystic, Connecticut. Can you imagine what they're doing in the Ritz-Carltons and corporations where they have these kinds of panels in the lobbies? I won't show any content. They're not worth really looking at. They're edge-lit. They're very basic. They do the trick. But I was just thinking about how many of them are actually here. So here we are in the hotel lobby. This hotel has recently been remodeled. Very nice, big hotel. But again, the big differences from last time that we were here are the inclusion of new panels. Another LG. Now these are really considered just monitors. They're not for home use. These are a little thicker, but these are new. And again, for their purpose, 1080p, which we're not expecting 4K here, but your viewing distance. Last night I was watching the UFC on one of these other TVs. But they have one here. This is just in the lobby. They have one down there the same size. These are 65 inches. But think about the amount of money. So you have, on this first floor, just in the lobby, you have seven of these. And then you have, 500 rooms. So you come over here. This is the one I was watching last night for the UFC. Now, a lot of you guys, when you're in like a Best Buy or in a retail store, when you see this image, my buddy McDaniel was talking about how the image in store never looks quite as good as at home. Well, think about where you are. I'm about 10 or 11 feet away. All right, that actually looks horrible, but think about the lighting. The lighting in your house isn't like this. Once you put a display like this in a dark room, you'll see what it really looks like as you really get closer. But as you're here looking at it, it looks fine. Another LG. You have another LG up there and one more here just on the first floor. So think about when we're really kind of upset with these companies on how they treat us at home. They're not too worried about, again, Brian and his poor TV in his basement when I buy one a year, when a hotel like this buys 500 of these. So not to say this just dawned on me, but seeing them switch these panels out, I'd love to know the amount of money that these companies get when they're buying this many panels. Again, these are great for what they're for. They're basically monitors. Think of them also in corporate companies where they have, when you walk into a headquarters and it'll say the corporate name on it. I mean, that's really what these things are, just monitors. And what's funny is even though these are edge-lit, you don't really see the edge-lit bleed or the cloudiness that we see on a lot of our displays at home. Again, think about the environment. Think about how bright it is in here. I promise you, if you bring this or one of your hotel displays, you'll see the difference in the clouding, and you'll see the difference. Because some of you have mentioned that some of these TVs seem to look better than the ones you have at your house. But trust me, put them in your basement and you'll see the IPS issues. You'll see the clouding and the edge lip bleed and those things. But for here, they look fine, even off angle. But again, think of the environment and how bright it is in here. They're not meant to look amazing. Anyway, that's just a quick vacation TV video of this nice Marriott in Mystic, Connecticut. If you guys ever get a chance, get down to Mystic. Pretty beautiful area of Connecticut. We've all come down here since the kids were little. We'll go to the aquarium and Mystic Seaport. But as you know, your boy never stops checking out the TVs and the technology everywhere I go. So that is it. LG monitors everywhere in this hotel. They replaced all of them with this huge renovation they did. Again, very beautiful. Check it out. Great restaurant here. But man, 7 or 8 of these just in the lobby at 65 inches. And then 55 or 52 inch in every single room here. And let's do that math and you'll understand why they don't care about us complaining about some burn-in. This is where the money is, guys, for these companies. All right, guys, thank you as always. Thank you for being part of the channel, and I feel like I can bring you guys everywhere I go. Take care.